Here I contain some significant momentums that we could see. Well, and here let's check the points. Well, first sitting is okay. Yes. Here we can see first sitting is okay. Well, now let's start it. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. Well, it is me, Michaela de Santa. I am here with you. According with the titles and thumbnails, today we are hosting feminist celebrity, uh, uh, and here our topic is NEET examination 2026. Here today our roasting materials is Namita Thapar. And now here we can see these points. Now the point is why I am roasting Namita Thapar. Here today's topic is NEET exam 2026, and here we know that the NEET exam has been cancelled uh, in 4 days earlier, and now probably we got only 15 days for re-NEET examinations. And in these moments, let's check what is the points of the mental health. And here today's topic is about mental health. Hence, we roast Namita Thapars. Okay, now let's check. Okay, now here we can see the well. Well, well, in this points, March 21st, Namita Thapar celebrate Eid ul Fitrs with her Muslim girlfriends, and here she discussed that someone say her what is as a discussions of health benefit of namaz, and she says it is too incredible. Okay, now let's focus on number two. Okay, now let's check what is the second point. And second point is accordance with the health benefit of namaz with the statement of Namita Thapars. It is an mental health. Second point is mental health. It is full meditations like yoga. That is the points of Namita Thapars. Okay. Now why we are talking about that? It is the significant moments because here our point is about NEET examinations 2026. Okay, and here I contains some sweatings. Hence here I would opens here on the switch of fans. Okay, now let's check it. Here is the momentum at the points. According with Namita Thapar, the benefits of namas is about mental health, that it is full of meditations. And now the problem is here when we students who conduct an NEET exams, I mean we student to be examining of NEET exams, I mean aspirant of NEET exams to be an students of medical college or medical university. In these points, our NEET examination has been cancelled just because of NEET exam question paper leaks. And here we can see the re-NEET exam would be occurred in 2026 or 10 days later, and that would be more tough than previously. Now here we can see the funds. There are several women to be girls aspirant of NEET. They are a fan of Namita Thapar because Namita Thapar is healthcare businesswoman. Now let's check it. And some girls to be a girl aspirant, girl aspirants of NEET examinations. Just she want to become a doctors through Indian Governmental Medical College with the inspiration to be Namita Thapar, the medical businesswoman, through the Emcure Pharmaceuticals. And now let's check it. What's going on? What is the girls aspirants score when with the normal NEET exams 2026 if and only if the paper would not leak? And what would happen? And in this stance, she put contact and answers of 180 questions of NEET exam 2026. And here we know that here correct answer of every question contains 4 marks and wrong answer of every question contains -1 marks. And now let's check it. What would happen? And here we can see these points. Now let's check it. And here we can see you are out of this. Well. And here we can see these moments. She contact answer 140 correct answers of the questions. Correct answers of 140 questions. And wrong answers of 40 questions. What would be her score? And here we can see that is the moments at the points. She can score 52, I apologize, 520 out of 720. Okay. Now here we can see these moments. And now let's check it. Accordance with now let's check the moments. Accordance with today's questions papers. Well, now here we can see schedule caste aspirant would be almost 3.6 lakhs. 360,000 aspirant would be scheduled caste of NEET exams. And now here we can see that is the moments at the points. And here now the share of total aspirant would be 15% to 14%. Now let's check it. Come to focus on the rest. Cutoff of marks. Cutoff of NEET exams would be here. For scheduled caste aspirant would be 138 to 150. On the other hand, here for general category, here cutoff would be 300 to 350 marks. And now that is their significant moments as we can notice it. Well, now here we can see that is the significant points. Uh, the girls aspirants scored 520 marks out of 720 marks with 140 correct answer of the questions and 40 wrong answer of the questions where question number is 180. In this moment, so here we it is the normal questions, and now she was dreaming that she would be a student of an higher ranked medical governmental medical college. But suddenly we noticed that the NEET examinations would be is cancelled in 2026, and now we contest almost 10 days uh, to know that when NEET re-exam would be scheduled, and that is the point. And now here we could see here most of our girls aspirants would depress at the moment. Well, and here what is the points of Namita Thapar? Let me tell you. And in this moment, Namita Thapar is here to tell you that the benefits of namaz for mental health. Okay. Now here we can see this point. Well, we Muslims know that here is 5 waqt namaz per day. That is almost 5 waqt namaz. And here in the 1 week, we Muslims have to contact a namaz of 35 times per week. And that is the significant points. And according with Namita Thapar's namaz contains and mental health beneficiary because of namaz containing the meditations. According with Namita Thapar. Okay. Now the following girls aspirants did not attend any namaz. Still, she could contact 140 correct answer of the questions and 40 wrong answers of the questions and scored 520 out of 720. And that is the significant momentum. But still then their NEET exams 2026 has been cancelled, and we got almost 10 days to got a schedule for NEET exam 2026. And here National Testing Agency, when some Indian teachers address it as a never trustable agency. Okay. National Testing Agency alias Never Trustable Agency states that here this time the question paper would be more difficult than the cancelled NEET examinations. And now that is the moment that what girl aspirant can do. She can, here she contests more preparations, and now I do not know that she would contact 5 times namaz per day or not. I don't know. But notwithstanding her preparations, let's check what would be NEET examinations. That is the significance of the moments. Okay, and this times here we can see these points. Well, this time in NEET exam, she could score what? She could score here almost 40 correct answers and 140 wrong answers. Okay. Now, what is her current score in re and EET exams? That is almost 20 marks out of 720 marks. And now, here is the moments. It is every medicines about her mental health. Okay. Well. Now let's check it. What is the options for her? Let's check it. Well, Emcure Pharmaceuticals and mental health medicines. Here we can see calm patterns medicines and what is used? Used for antipsychotics for Jophonius. Yeah. And now what is notations? That is here helps manage severe psychotic symptoms. And one of the psychotic symptoms is just because of, well, N re-NEET exam score 20 out of 720. That is the cause of depressions. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. What is the second medicines available? Well, here is a disclaimers. They mentions disclaimer is without any doctor prescriptions, these mental health medicines can be disasters. Okay. Now let's check it a moment. The second mental health medicines is grava, grabapentins variantals. What is used? Neuropathic pains, anxiety adjuncts. And what is noticed? Someone prescribed off level for anxiety. Okay. Akegava is the main points for our NEET NEET girl aspirants. That is necessary. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. Earth brain for AIDS, that is Brahmi or Bekov's. What is used? Herbal cognitive enhancers. Well, now let's check it. What is point of that? Market for focus and memory supports. Okay. Now here we can see we girls aspirants requires memory supports for, hence we requires the arts brain for aids, the for examples Brahmi or Bekov's, but for re and double ET girls aspirants, what is the suggestions from Namita Thapar, the executive directors of Emcure Pharmaceuticals? That is, women would contact and attend 5-day namaz. 5-day namaz concerns and here 5-day namaz can provide me a mental health benefits, and it is the mental health as a meditation. Okay. Now here we can see these points. Well. Here is a girl aspirant's capabilities. Thus, as a normal questions, she could score 140 correct answer and 40 wrong answer out of 180 questions. But now, according with re-NEET exams, her capability is to attend 40 correct questions and 140 wrong questions, because of re-NEET exam would be tough. And now, here is the moments that we got almost 10 days of the times when NEET exam would be conducted as a schedules. And here it would be the questions would be more difficult than normals, and that is the point. But according with Namita Thapar, well, we have to we girls aspirants have to attend here 50 times namaz. Well, now I don't know what is happening. That is the point. Well, let's check the comments. What? Why do you hate women? Oh my gosh. Well, I think here we require just 2 minutes that out of topics. Here is the questions from the comments. The comment says, why do you hate women? I mean, why I hate women? That is the question from her. Well. In the previous, several previous live stream, according to women, I mean, according to the commentators, well, in the several previous live stream, we roast kid summers. That means kid summers is women. We have roast Abu Toha Adnan. According with the commentators, Abu Toha Adnan is woman. Okay. Well, now here and 2 years earlier, I used to roast Almas Jacob, and according with the commentators, Almas Jacob is woman. Nice. Well. And now let's check it that I would provide the answer to her that why I hate women. Okay. Now, well, why I hate women? Here I am answering several live streams, and here today's live streams we are roasting some feminist celebrities, and we are hating Namita Thapar is women. And I hate women because women does not support girls is to aspirants for NEET examinations. Well, and that is the cause that why I dislike women at the moment. It is the commentators at the points. Okay. Well. Now here women sacrifice themselves, children. Well, here you are just going out of the topics. Here today's our point is why. What is the contributions of Namita Thapar about here girls aspirant in NEET examinations. And now here the commentators say here women sacrifice herself for or her children and husbands. What is logic? Man, here we are talking about girls aspirants mental health, and we are discussing that how the women to be medical business women destroy the mental health of girls aspirant in NEET exams. Well, what's rubbish? Okay. Now let's check the focus the points. And here we can see, let's focus the points at the moment. Well, here Namita Thapar states, we contest, we have to attend 5 times namaz per day if we want a mental health, meditations at the points. Okay. Now, A girl's aspirant's capability is that she can answer 40 correct answers and she can attend 40 correct answers and 140 wrong answers out of 180 questions in tough question paper of NEET exams. And here is the points that she want to improve herself as an mental support. And now Namita Thapar suggests that, dear girl, you have to attend 50 times namaz. Okay. Now here we can see the when here is further times, it would be here as a 4 it would be at morning 5 o'clock would be further times, and it is the okay for the sleeping the moments. Well, and to be aspirants of NEET exams or NEET exams, a girl's aspirants have to study from morning 7 o'clock to night 11 o'clock. I repeat, a woman have to study morning 7 o'clock to night 11 o'clock. And here we can see the points. Sometimes here is 1 hour's times. She has to cook for mornings, 1 hour's time to nights as a lunch cookings and 1 hour's time to dinner cooking. Well, 3 hours is gone. Well, morning 7 o'clock to afternoon 12 o'clock is 5 hours. Afternoon to 12 o'clock to night 11 o'clock is 11 hours. 5 sum by 11 is 16. And let's subtract 16 hours by 3 hours. That is here 13 hours. And here we can see, well, 10 minutes breakfast, 10 minutes dinner and 10 minutes lunch. And 30 minutes taking a bath. That is here 1 hour has been gone. A girl's aspirants contest 12 hours per day at the momentums. And now let's check it. 10-minute Johor namaz can disturb her concentrations. 10-minute Asar namaz can disturb her concentrations. 10-minute Maghrib namaz can disturb her concentrations. And 10-minute Isha namaz can disturb her concentrations. And now, well, if she would attend here 40 times namaz per day, 40 times namaz in 10 days, hence she cannot attend even 30 right answers of 180 questions. Well, now here in tough questions, where because of 40 right answers and 140 wrong answers, the score would be 20. And now, what is she could answer 30 correct questions and 150 wrong questions. Then what would be the score? Now let's check it. Well. Now here we can see. I think there is some gender words in my comments. I don't know why. Well, and here we can see these moments. It is now let's check it. The score would be negative 30 out of positive 20. Okay. Now here we can see this momentums at the points. Well. Now let's check it that what is the significant words as we could notify, and that is the we can see the moments because of Namita Thapar's suggestion to be 40 times namas in 10 days. Well, now and now the following girls aspirant scored 50 times decrease from 20 out of 722 here negative 30 out of 720. Well, and now it is the moments that what is the disturbing moments and we can see Namaj could not decrease the girls' aspirants' depressions because of failure in re-NEET examinations. Moreover, Namaj increased the depression, girls' aspirants' depressions at the because of disturbance in concentrations. And now that is the significant points as we could notice. Okay. And now here we can see what about the gender words. Well, okay. The girl thinks that she requires no man's. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. And I think Ama hide the user from channels. Okay. Now let's check it. Well, the girls stop being a misogyny. Well, here our misogyny is gender hate for the girls' comments, and she is so disturbance as we could see. Well, what was the points? Here we could see the point is the significant notifications at the moments, and here is the points. What is misogyny? Here the definition is misogyny is just to, well, now here we can see this points. Definitions of misogyny is just to support talented girl aspirants mental health. Then here when she could contact 140 correct answers and 40 wrong answers in normal 180 questions of NEET exams. And what is the definition of misogyny? The definition of misogyny is to support the meritorious girl aspirants in re-NEET examinations. Hence that many following meritorious girl students scored 150 correct answers and 30 wrong answers in the 180 tough question, difficult question papers. I apologize, 180 difficult questions in the NEET exams. Now, just think about this. What if the following meritorious girl aspirants can attend 150 correct answers and 30 wrong answers in 180 of the more difficult questions in re-NEET examinations? Okay, let's find out the calculators. And I know Here I contains calculation moments. Okay. Now here we can see these points. Well, 150 correct answers and now 30 wrong answers. Let's check it. What would be the score? The score would be, well, 570 out of 720 marks. Well, here we can see this. In that points, 570 marks out of 720 in the more difficult re and double ET examination would be possible if the meritorious girl aspirants get the mental support. That is the definition of misogyny. Well, and so why we are roasting the feminist celebrities? Because here feminist celebrity is just here to disturb the mental environments of the meritorious girl aspirant of re and double ET examinations. Okay. Now here we can see, well, here several comments has been hide. Well, who was the girl? Here, that was a girl with the contents. I do not know who was she. Well, she said that she do not need man. Stop being misogynist. Well, when we would stop being misogynist, that means we can be feminist. And here we can say, hence we can state that here, dear girls aspirant, please attend 10 waqt namaz in Afghan, 10 waqt namaz per day. And what is the points of that? Well, from morning 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock, here would be 9 times namaz per day. Well, but here re and double eating examination has been scheduled in here the points. Re and double eating examination would be scheduled in 10 days. That means here we could see what is the points of Namita Thapar. Well, here we can see these moments. Well, Namita Thapar states that namaz contains a meditation for girls aspirants. Hence here, that would be our statements if and only if I would be the feminist. Well, what would be our actions? Here we can see the points. Well, the 90 minutes of namaz can disturb girls as meritorious girls aspirants 12 hours study per day. Well, and here the girls' score would be negative 180 negative 180 marks out of positive 720. Well, and now here we can see this girl would be forceful to contact a marriage with some auto rickshaw drivers at the momentums at the points. Well, that is too dangerous for the girls. Okay. And now let's check it the moments at the points. Now, why we masculine boy as recurs? Well, we masculine husband requires a wife who can be best qualified professionals in her professions. Well, here we can see here topic is NEET examinations. What, what we masculine businessman wants. We masculine businessman requires a wife to be high qualified doctors. Because today is the topic of NEET examinations. And that is the momentum at the points. Here we can see these moments. We masculine businessman does not regard a wife who is women to be failure of NEET examination as a girls students. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. Hence, to increase the concentrations in NEET examinations, what is the support from Emcure Pharmaceuticals? And here we can see these moments. Well, for memory supports, Emcure Pharmaceuticals promotes earth brain fog aids, that means Brahmi or backups. And here we can see in the purpose to decrease anxiety, the medicine is GABA. Okay, now let's take the points. But still, what is the statement of Namita Thapar? Namita Thapar's statement is namaz is beneficial for the mental health, as we could notice. And now let's check it the moments. Well. And here we can see now if the following mental health prescription from Emcure Pharmaceuticals the girl aspirant can get, here we can see what is the performance. Here we can see this performance. Here we can before could you tell me the meaning of Haban Uglis? Okay. Now here we can see this points. What about no RGB, no FS? Well, eye contact, no RGB. Here I do not requires, and now here we can see my performance is not good. Okay. Now here we can see before Emcure pharmaceutical prescriptions, girls aspirants performance would be 140 correct answers and 40 wrong answers out of 180 questions, with the score of 520 marks out of 720 marks. And now let's check it. Now in 10 days later we can say here what about NEET exam. And now let's check. After prescription from Emcure Pharmaceuticals for mental health, here we can see because after GABA and earth brain fog aid in the purpose to remove anxiety and increase memory supports. Well, here we can see these points. What is the statements? Well, girl aspirant can answer the 170 correct answer, and here 10 wrong answers. Okay, and now let's check it what is the moments. Here we can see that this would be 670 marks out of 720 marks should achieve. Okay, now let's check the questions from comments. Here, are you from India? Well. Here, here is the friendly I would speak. Well, I'm not from India, but here my several girlfriend is a girl aspirant of NEET examinations, and several girlfriend is here one of the exam controller of NEET examinations. Hence here I am discussing the points, and here we can see there is the moments. I am from some Afghanistan, or well, my ancestors are from Afghanistan, and I am living in Saudi Arabia. Hence here we can see my English is weak. Here I know the points. Okay. Now here we can see that is the significant moments that we can ensure. Okay. And now let's check it. What would happen on that? It is the after effects of girl after effects of Emcure pharmaceutical prescriptions for girl aspirants of NEET and EET examinations that she can attend 170 correct answer and 10 wrong answer in 180 questions of the more difficult question paper in NEET and EET examinations. That is the points that we require is that we can wear and the most masculine businessman or the most masculine the house husband that we can afford. Well, and here we can see because we girls aspirants cannot tolerate your husband to be auto rickshaw drivers. Even the boys aspirants cannot tolerate the homosexual husband to be auto rickshaw drivers. Now here we can see this moments what about the girls wants. Again, now why I hate auto drivers, it would be the another topics or it would be the out of trend. Well. Now let's check it the momentums, and here that is the normal process. But now in that moment we could see that what happens. Namita Thapar's contains the discussions of the beneficiary of namas for mental health for girls aspirant, and probably she would advise for the girls aspirant that the girl aspirant would contains 25 times namas per day. Okay. Now here we can see from morning 6 o'clock to night 11 o'clock, that will be 24 times namaz. Okay. Now here we can see this ones. One time namaz can contact 10 minutes. 24 times namaz can contact 240 minutes. That means almost 4 hours. Well, without namaz, a girl aspirant can concentrate on the study in 12 hours per day, where we contain the disturbance of 4 hours per day at the moment, or 40 minutes per day as a disturbance of 12 hours per day study. And now here we can see these moments. That is the significant disturbance. Well, after 240 times namas in 10 days, here the girl, meritorious girl aspirant can score negative 180 marks out of 720 marks, where with the proper prescriptions of from Emcure Pharmaceuticals in the purpose to remove anxiety and increase memory supports, she can score, the girl, meritorious girl aspirant can score 670 marks out of 720 marks. And now it is the moments at the points. Well, here I condense just 2 minutes, and I think that I did not focus on the hidden channels. Let's focus on it. As what is the momentums? Well, NITE KT. Well, dear NYTE KT. Here we can see, I think you are the supporters of Divija vaccines, and here we can discuss about your points and the letters. And I think tomorrow's live stream to be repeatedly roast. Tomorrow's live stream would be repeatedly roast Divija vaccines, and that is the significant points because of your channels. Okay, and now let's check the moments. It is the points about the girls' points. Okay, now let's check it. What is annual review of what is annual revenue of Divija vaccines? I apologize. What is annual revenue of Emcure Pharmaceuticals? Annual revenue of Emcure Pharmaceuticals would be almost here 800 billion United States dollars at the moment, where we can see this funds 40%, almost 40% shares of the Emcure pharmaceutical medicines would be in India. Okay. Now here we can see this funds. What is 8 multiplied by 0.4? That is, we can see the value of 320 billion United States dollars medicine would be only for girls aspirants here of NEET examinations. Now, what is about boy aspirants? Here we can see this. Boy aspirants contains a mental capability that without extra preparations, boy aspirant can attempt 180 correct answers out of 180 more difficult questions in NEET examinations. And here, I am not worried about the boys aspirants because here they are capable to score 720 out of 720. Okay. I know boys' capability, mental capability, but here I am concerned about girls' capabilities. Hence, here today's lab's strength is just about discuss girls' aspirants' mental health in the period of NEET examinations. And here we can see this ones. Well, the following channel's name NYTE Kitty. Now here we can see, you can just hear that what are you doing at the points. Well, you said this, I would stop to being a misogyny, where being a man misogynist is just and helpful for talented girl aspirant of REET. Well, and that is the significant points, because here, well, as a boy, when I am misogynist, here as I am helpful for meritorious girl aspirant of NEET to be the doctor wife of some masculine man, and that is here the positive points for girls aspirants. But now here we can see this moments here. None of girls who can attend the accurate discussions that how can we women decrease our mental health, and it is just out of the possibilities as we could see. Well, now here we can see these points. You can notify as the moments. What about the here we can see the positive points as we can notify. Okay. Now here I am feel very sorrow that here our meritorious girl students is facing the top questions with her probable answer would be 100 correct answers and 100 correct answers and 80 wrong answers. And now here we can see the response what would happen. Well, what is 40 subtract by 320? That is here apple guys. What is 40 subtract by 80? That is 320. 320 is actually here the cut-off of the general category aspirants, girls aspirant to become students of high qualified governmental medical college. And now here we can see this, that is some significant points. But because of the Namita Thapar's discussions of namaz to be beneficial for mental health, here the meritorious girls student can see that her score of REET examination would be here 10 correct marks and correct answers and 170 wrong answers. And now let's check it. What would be the significant moments? Okay. Now we can see the significant momentums as just and here we can see that is the moments. Let's check what is the result. That is here negative 130 out of positive 720, and that is the greatest concerns as we could see. Well, and here we can see this moments. Here is the cerebral mental problems we meritorious girl aspirant has in face. Because below positive 138, even scheduled caste girl aspirant cannot be eligible to be a student to be a governmental medical college. And here we can see these points. Meritorious girl aspirants are from general categories here. Or particularly we can say the fractions of meritorious girls aspirant would be from the family to be Mukesh Ambani, Anand Ambani or Gautam Adani or Ratan Tata. Or Ajit Premji. A fraction of meritorious girl aspirant would be from the family to be Ajit Doval, Narendra Modi, Amit Shah and Shubhendu Adhikari and here Yogi Adityanath. This is the points we can see the moments. A fraction of meritorious girl student would be from the family to be who? Rahul Gandhi or Sharad Pawar. Okay. Or Shashi Tharoor. But a fraction of meritorious girl student would be from the family to be Shashi Tharoor. Here we can see this is the significant moments I have mentioned. But now all of these meritorious girl aspirants would see here her score would be negative 130 marks out of 720 positive 720 marks just because to attempt 10 correct answers and 170 wrong answers just because to receive the advisement from Namita Thapar to attempt 50 times namaz in 10 days to disturb her preparation in 12 hours per day. Now here we can see these moments. Who would be the responsible? Namita Thapar, you or only the National Testing Agency? And here we can see these points. National Testing Agency is just ready to increase dictations of meritorious girls aspirant to be re and double ET examinations. And here you Namita Thapar are additional support for NTA because you advise meritorious girl students to attend 50 times namaz in 10 days. And here we can see these points. 10-minute puja part per one Sunday can be disturbance for meritorious girl aspirants in 12 hours per everyday study. Now we have what is your points? You advise 50 times namaz per 10 days for meritorious girl students. And now here we can see these points. Who is the culprit of meritorious girl aspirants score to be negative 130 marks out of positive 720 marks in re and double ET examinations? Both of National Testing Agency and you, Namita Thapar, or only National Testing Agency. And here we can see this points without any metadatas. Here I am roasting additionally National Testing Agency. Well, we are today's live stream's main metadata is you, my dear Namita Thapar. Now, what would you say? That is your choice. At the significant moments, well. Here is my today's live stream is over, and I know that I contains only mostly 12 friends to watch my live stream. And here we can see, I think previously I would research after live stream that I would research about who would be my next feminist celebrity to disturb meritorious girl aspirants. But here we can see, well, because of the commentator channel's name NYTE Kitty, well, now we are ready to roast Divija Vasins repeatedly, and at the same time, this time we can see we would try to roast Muskan Madams and Nabi Sinha in short parts as soon as possible. Okay, see you then. Khuda Hafiz. Love you.